My name is Brian Mnemonic and welcome back to our next lesson. Today we're going to spend just a little bit of time with our search button because searching in Second Life can really be your friend. First of all, if you click on the search button at the very bottom of your screen, you'll notice that when that window pops up, you have several tabs at the top of that screen. We're going to start with the left-hand side and move to our right so that you can see what's inside all of these very interesting windows. First of all, if you'll please look and click on the tab that says All, you'll notice that it's basically a catch-all screen for anything that you might happen to be searching for. For instance, if we were to type in Virtual Harlem, we would come up with a number of different options for teleporting to the different areas of the Virtual Harlem project. I think that this is probably one of the most common areas to search for something if you're really not sure the category or really even the location of that which you happen to be searching for. By clicking on the tab that says Classifieds, some of you may be very interested in perhaps finding a job or anything else that would typically be in the classified section of a typical newspaper. Let's say, for instance, you were looking for a job in Second Life, and yes, believe it or not, you can work in Second Life and earn a fairly interesting amount of money. Let's say some of you wanted to be a teacher. So we type in the word teacher. We look for the drop-down menu, and we can kind of look at any area here that we wanted to further specify the category that we'd like to search within. And if we were to click on employment and then select search, you see where we come up with a few options here. We can become a high school teacher. We notice that if we click on any one of these options, we get a small image of that particular option as well as a little bit of a description of that which we might happen to be looking for. We can then either teleport to that location or we can show it on the map. The next tab over is one that we can click on if we happen to be looking for certain types of events. Let's say we happen to be looking for a concert. We would then select the drop-down menu once again, and if we wanted to look for, say, live music, or even in the category of nightlife and entertainment, or any of the other categories where we think a concert might happen to take place, we would simply select that one and choose search. Now you'll notice that whenever, once again, we click on any one of these options that we come up with, we get all of the information related to that particular event, to include what type of event it is, whether there's mature content, the date, and the time. Keep in mind that all the times that are listed here in Second Life are based on Second Life time, or SLT, which is indicated in the top right-hand corner of your screen. It's basically Pacific time. They did that because that's where Linden Lab happens to be located in San Francisco, California. Now the Showcase tab is actually one that's very, very interesting, and if you happen to just be looking for just curious and interesting places to go here in Second Life, I would suggest starting here. Now within the Showcase tab, you'll notice that you have several subcategories that are already pre-selected for you. You can choose the All category, which has a number of different areas that have been selected by Linden Lab. By clicking on any one of them, you'll be able to get a snapshot of that particular location, as well as a brief description and an option to teleport there. The Sistine Chapel is really cool, by the way. You can also go to Hotspots, which change every 2 weeks. There's Paris. You can check out Winterfest, as well as arts and recreation, music, help and learn, education, and business and enterprise. So if you happen to have just a little bit of spare time on your hands and would like to maybe navigate or explore Second Life a little bit but don't really know where to go, the Showcase tab can definitely be your friend. Now, if you ever get into a premium account or would like to perhaps either buy or rent land here in Second Life, the land sales area is the place where you would go. First of all, you can specify the price that you'd like to pay for something or that you'd like to rent a parcel for. Specify the area. You can look at all types of land. And then you can also choose if you'd like for that land to be located in a PG area, a mature area, or an adult content area. You may also search for places, specific places in Second Life. And if you know the exact category or name of that location, it's fairly easy to find different locations here in Second Life. Let's search once again for virtual Harlem. And let's see what kind of results we come up with this time if we select education and maybe hit search. Well, none were found that time. But if we hit any category, we'll notice that now we have two different locations. So please keep in mind that if for some reason you choose one of the drop-down categories and the location that you happen to be looking for hasn't been tagged within that category, you might choose one of the other ones, and I think you might find just a bit more success. If you're looking for specific people here in Second Life, you can definitely find them fairly easily. Let's say, for instance, we were looking for Brian Mnemonic. Well, looks like we have a Brian T. Mnemonic, which definitely is not me. Or we can look for the simple Brian Mnemonic here. By highlighting my name, you're able to see all the information related to me or whomever it is that you happen to be looking for. You see my entire profile here, my res date, or the date that I was born here in Second Life. Wow, I'm getting old. The 7th of November 2005. That's an old timer here in Second Life. You can see all the web things that I'm interested in, my groups, and all kinds of things that basically make up my profile. And you can add to your own profiles also by right-clicking on your own avatar and select Profile. Finally, if you're looking for any groups here in Second Life, you can definitely find a group for just about any interest that might be attractive to you. For instance, if you're looking for programmers or different language groups or different educational groups, you would simply type the name or maybe a subject of that particular group, and you would simply hit search. Make sure that you also may specify if that group is PG, mature, or adult oriented, because you'll always come up with different search results based on the options that you choose. Okay, that's all for our lesson for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and happy searching. Take care, and we'll see you next time.